Good Sunday morning, everybody. Sunday with Spirit. Woo-hoo. My favorite time. All right. Thank you all for joining me. For those who are new, this is not a tarot reading. Although 2 tarot cards. This is more of an oracle card reading. And it's simply us as a community trying to come together to figure out a little bit about where we are in this thing called life. So whatever you get from the cards is just as important as what I get from the cards, if not more so, because it's you. You're the one dealing with it. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a sacrilege. I'm going to talk about disconnecting from tech, Facebook, Twitter, TV. I know I said TV. It's the Super Bowl. Turn it off. No, don't. Okay, do. No, it's hard. Right? And so that's what we're going to be talking about. How, if we do shut off this tech, well, what is tech bringing us? How hard is it for us to let it go? And what are some of the paths to let it go? And what will we receive from not being so connected to this tech world? And it seems to me like, they start dictating to us how we feel, what we're supposed to do, and how we're supposed to think. So let's just look at tech. And I never thought that I would use dark mirror cards in Sunday with Spirit. But man, were they calling me. So let's just see, disconnecting from tech. What is the technology game that we're playing when we log in? Perchance to dream. Perchance to dream. To die. To sleep. Perchance to dream. I think that's the way it goes. Is it holding back our imagination, our dreams, because they're being redirected into a way that they want our dreams to be? It's a question, I don't know. Bride in a cage. Oh, look. So when you're a bride, I know this from experience. When you're a bride, aren't you looking forward to the future, to everything good, to just such a warm, happy life, a loving family? I don't know. As a guy, I'm going, I don't know. But look at this card again. Look at the bride. It's death. This is in relationship to us watching and being hooked into technology. So we think it's all wonderful and good news is coming. No, I've got to be informed. I've got this. I got that. It's death. Is this me? Yeah, you start believing in all that stuff and you get hooked up. So the circle, one thing that I really love about this YouTube community that I never thought, as many of you know, I was just starting YouTube so I would have a record of some of the cards I pulled that kind of went a little crazy. I never go back and look. Very rarely do I go back and look, because for me it's not about that so much. Although sometimes I do, but this community allows us to step away from the news. Now, we do get a little cray-cray a little bit and get in there and start getting all worked up about things, but we've got to ask ourselves, is this technology, is it really us? Are they manipulating our thoughts so much? So, how easy, what do we have to look forward to if we disconnect? I mean, if we pull away from it. And I'm not saying everything, but I'm saying some of it. You know, do we need all those email addresses? Do we need to look at the email all the time? I really try not to. After about 4 or 5, I try to shut that technology down, except I do watch some news. So when we do shut this down, we can expect to get victory. And what is that victory about? Well, I think it's about figuring out what you really are, who you really are, freeing yourself from this sickness, and perchance to dream of who we really want to be. The Wheel of Fortune. Great completion card. When we pull the plug and stop looking at so much technology and not have technology control us so much, then we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have victory. And it's so easy to do, right? All right, so let's look at, this is Work Your Light Oracle. And this is the 7 Energies Oracle. So let's just see how this works as far as getting our true selves back. How can you mother yourself? So if you were, if you were a mother to yourself, how much TV would you allow yourself to watch? When I was growing up, I had strict TV time. I could watch Sunday, and I can watch, I think it was like an hour or 2 a week. And that was it. But as I got older, that kind of went out the window. Had that before. Transformation. Things are healing at a cellular level. So we may not see the change so much. We may not see immediate victory, but slowly things are starting to change. In the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. You know, and I'm not so connected with past lives for me. And I don't know if that's my upbringing going up, you know, no, you're born and you die. But as I get more used to the idea or hear things more and more, the Akashic records, etc., I'm open to it more. I have done some past live readings, and they were fascinating. And some of them I've done too. And on both occasions, they said, both people, two different people, said that I was on the Titanic. And I went, oh, I hope I wasn't the captain. Oops. All right. So let's look at the energies that are needed to break that addiction. Well, it is what it is. What are we going to do to change anything that we see on the news? It is what it is. Is it our circle that gives us the information, or is it the news? Who do we really pay attention to? Who makes us change our minds? Who gives us a call to action? The news or our friends, our circle, our support? It affects our body and our soul. This transformation. Birds of a feather. So in shamanic practices, and there are no shamanic cards, maybe these have a hint of flavor to it. But in shamanic practices, coming together in a circle is more powerful than the lone wolf solitary. And when we come together as a collective, we get to change our point of view. We get to change the atmosphere around our group, our core, the birds that we like to associate with. And we get into this transformation, mothering yourself, not being so upset with yourselves. Oh my gosh, how many times do we, I don't know. I hear this a lot where, and I don't even want to say that I do it, but I do. You're so stupid. What? Why would you say that to yourself? So, it's not a very good mother, number one. So, as we disconnect from technology, these two cards are all about nature, going into nature. Body and soul. Also, I mean, so much of it is nature. The ones that aren't nature are these cards up here. This one kind of, but all these others, nah. So I think going back to nature is key. And not just walking in it, but experiencing it, just feeling the ground underneath your feet. We've been here for such a short time compared to the planet. And we are trying to control the planet and fix the planet, maybe we should be fixing ourselves. And fixing ourselves, getting away from that technology. You notice up here, there is no YouTube. You can still come on YouTube on Sundays. All right, just a little joke. I think that's it. Thank you all for joining me on Sunday with Spirit. Did you see, just to switch things a little bit, just to keep yakking a little bit? No, I'm not. I was going to go into a political thing. Won't do it. Won't do it. Thank you all for joining. Have a great day. Peace and love.